Hey guys, it's Bella. So today I'm showing you guys how I clean my fish tank because this week's theme is how I blank. So I thought, I'm an animal lover, let's do how I clean my fish tank. So the first thing I do is I put on these gloves because I don't like my hands to get messy at all. And everything I use to clean my fish tanks are the gloves, a toothbrush, a jar to put the fish in, and then I have some medicine for my fish, but that'll go in later. And that's pretty much it. And you can get a lid for your jar if you want to, because this fish, she's a bit of a jumper, so I wasn't quite sure how I felt about not having her in a jar with a lid. So I suggest keeping the container that your fish came in to put it in there when you change the fish tank. If that makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So the first thing I do is get my fish out of my tank, and I normally just set the jar in there, and I'll just set it in there and leave it be and let the fish swim into it with her own will. But if she doesn't do that, I have to capture her like she's a prisoner, and she's going to be held against her will to get into that little jar. So this is the part where I take the toothbrush and I scrub off all the algae that has grown in my fish tank that should not have grown, and I scrub it off of the plants, I scrub it off of the decorations, and I also squeeze out the moss ball that I have in there that helps me keep the tank a little bit cleaner than if I didn't have one. And so then after I do that, I just pour all the water out, and I make sure none of the rocks go down the drain, and then I'll put more water back and swish the rocks around, and then I'll pour that water out and then add more water, and then I'll fill it up and I'll place the decorations back in. So this is the part where I add the medicine for my fish, and this is for fin rot, and this is when the fish's fins they kind of tear and come apart, and they won't have full fins. And I kind of don't want my fish's fins to start tearing, and that can happen from dirty water. And I'm gonna be honest here, I clean my fish tanks about once a week. You're supposed to do it twice a week, but I only do it once a week. So I just add a few drops of this in there, and then I'll let the fish sit in there for a little bit, and then after she sits in there, I'll place the jar back in there and let her swim out on her own free will.